Yeah, man!
Hello, my name is Miguel, and today I'm gonna make for you shrimp, snow peas, oyster sauce. Alright, so you're gonna need some shrimps, small, medium size, large, any size is good. Some snow peas, cooking wine, light soy sauce, oyster sauce, coconut oil for frying, cornstarch, an onion, garlic, dried chili pepper, ginger. Go take a look at my cookbooks. Links below. A Miguel Marvin Samuels production. I'm gonna start by preparing the garlic, the dried chili pepper, and the ginger. Alright, so the garlic now, you just remove the leaves or the skin. The ginger, you need a piece about the first bend of your finger. About quarter-inch in length. And then you just peel the ginger. Now the dried chili pepper, you can buy shredded chili pepper in the supermarket, or you can buy these dried chili pepper in a big package. It's cheaper. So what I do now is just cut the stem off the dried chili pepper and then cut little strips, and then I'm gonna hold them together and shred it. Just do as you see me doing. Alright, so shredded dried chili pepper. About 3 or 4. A tablespoon. When it's shredded, it's about a tablespoon. Grind the ginger to puree. And the garlic as well. I used 3 regular sized garlic cloves. These were small, so that's why you might see 4. Alright, so that's what you want. Put this aside for later. Alright, the onion. I like to prepare the onion close to cooking, but I'm just peeling it for now. Just remove the skin. Just the brown leaf. The first layer of the onion is the strongest, so just remove the brown leaf. Even if it's challenging, just take time and remove it. Alright, I'm going to chop them in quarters. Chop the one onion in quarters and separate the leaves. Alright, now snow peas. Alright, so get fresh snow peas. These snow peas are very crunchy. Crunchy. They're crunchy beans. Alright, so what I'm doing now is just removing the little stem. Nothing much. You don't have to cut anything. Just use your fingers and kind of pinch off the little stem that's on it. Alright. So now rinse your snow peas with white vinegar with a couple drops of white vinegar and water. Use your finger and kind of rub the snow peas, ensuring a good clean. Alright, so you throw that water off and then rinse it with some fresh water, running water. Alright, so that's what you want. Put that aside for later. Put your prepared snow peas. Put your prepared snow peas aside for later. Alright, now the shrimp. You have shrimps. This is cooked and it's small and the tail is missing. And the recipe calls for 1 pound, which is 12 ounces. 12 ounces or 12 ounces. It's frozen a little bit, but it's okay because we're going to marinate it. So just rinse them properly. Add some water, enough water, and a couple drops of white vinegar. It's kind of frozen, but it's okay. Alright, so kind of rinse them off properly. Just throw that water off and then rinse it again with fresh running water. Alright, now I'm going to make the marinating sauce, and I'm also going to make the stir fry sauce. Alright, so measure and add 1 tablespoon of food cornstarch. That's for the marinating sauce. Now for the stir fry sauce, add 1 tablespoon of food cornstarch. Stir fried sauce. Oyster sauce. Alright. Light soy sauce. Add 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce, the marinating sauce, and 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce in the stir fry sauce. Add 1 tablespoon of cooking wine, sherry. Any cooking wine is good. This one that I'm using, I'm not so sure of the name, but it flavors. It has a dry gin flavor. So you add a tablespoon to each. Alright, now this here is my oyster sauce. I don't like to put my sauces in the refrigerator, so what I find that works is that I pour oil on top of the sauce and that keep it forever. Because if oil is on top of the sauce, hair won't get in it, and that will preserve it. So add 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce to the marinating sauce. And to the stir fry sauce, add 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. Alright, so this is a stir fry sauce. So stir it in properly and make sure that it's dissolved. Make sure it's dissolved properly. Mix your stir fry sauce smooth properly. Alright, make sure all the cornstarch is mixed out. Alright, as for the marinating sauce, just kind of stir out the cornstarch and mix it smooth. Alright, so coat your prepared shrimps. Remember now, you can use any kind of shrimp. You can use medium size, small size, river shrimp, crayfish, all sorts of different things. Alright. So remember, that was 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. I'm just reassuring. Alright, so coat the shrimp with your marinating sauce, with your oyster sauce, marinating sauce, with your oyster marinating sauce. Just cover it and put it aside. Allow it to marinate at least 10 minutes. If you're gonna marinate it longer than that, just put it in the refrigerator. Alright. Get 1/3 cup water, put aside. We're gonna use that. We're gonna need that as well. Look guys, you can use 1/3 to up to half cup of water. But just start with 1/3. Alright, now put to heat a saucepan that stews. Put your stove gauge on 4, medium low. Make sure the saucepan is dried. It has no water in it, because you know water and oil don't mix, and if it will splash and burn you. Alright, let's allow it for a minute. Alright, now while we wait for that, let's finish preparing the onions. So cut this half in half and we'll separate the leaves. So in other words, the 1 onion, you're going to cut it in quarters and then separate the leaves. So this piece that I have, that I just cut, is the half. So I cut that half in half. So I had 2 quarters. Now I have the other half to finish. Alright. After a minute, the pot is dried. Stove gauge is on 4, medium low. Add oil. I use coconut oil, but you can use olive oil, vegetable oil, any kind of cooking oil, pretty much. You need about 1.5 cups between 2 cups. Just fill your pan a third. Alright, and allow until you see a little smoke. This is our shrimp in an oyster marinating sauce. Alright, get your ingredients ready. Alright, after 3 minutes, I'm not using that much oil, so the oil got hot. It's heating faster. So it's kind of stir in your, kind of coat over all the shrimps in the marinating sauce, kind of a few stirs before you add it to the heating oil. Now, remember now you're dealing with water and oil, so you gotta be careful. So add the shrimps without adding the sauce to the heating oil. Do it carefully and be cautious because it will overflow and it can get burned. So do as you see me doing and add the shrimps to the heating oil. Alright, immediately after that, just use a wooden spoon and kind of stir in a few times, separating the pieces and kind of separating them from sticking at the bottom too as well. Stove gauge is on 4, medium low, just allow. Alright, it's been a minute. These small shrimps is not going to take long. If you had medium sized ones or bigger ones, it'll take about 6 minutes to cook. These little small ones gonna take about 4 minutes. Alright, so just go through, take a couple stirs, make sure it's not sticking to the bottom. Alright, get your oyster stir fry sauce ready, stir it in, stir up the cornstarch that's settled at the bottom and get it ready. Alright, it's been 3 minutes. I didn't stir it in between the time. I just allowed it to fry. These little shrimps can be eaten raw, I'm sure. So they shouldn't take time. It shouldn't take that long. Note on the package, they said that the fish have, I think it's mercury, but they're trying to have a fancy word. Start with T. I can't remember the word right now, but they recommend that pregnant women do not eat these seafood during your pregnancy. Alright, between 5 minutes, more closer to the 4 minutes. It's ready. It's cooked enough. You can turn the stove off or turn it down. Turn it down on low, very low, almost off low. And for you, use a spoon that scoops and remove the oil. But I'm just doing it the way. I'm using the wooden spoon to hold back the cooked shrimps. And I'm just pouring out the oil in this bowl. You can use this oil over and over again. It's good oil. Alright, so with the same saucepan, I apologize I don't have a wok, but we're gonna pretend that this little saucepan is a wok. So I'm gonna show you how I use it as a wok. So shift over all of the shrimps to one side of the pan, and then on the other side you add the shredded dried chili pepper, the ginger, and the garlic, and just allow it to saute. Put the edge of the saucepan under the heat where the seasonings are. The stove gauge is on low, and just allow it to saute. It's important that you do this part because if you don't, you're going to have the raw garlic and the raw ginger flavor on the... Well, we're going to stew this down, but if it was stir fry, you would have to make sure that you cook this part out. But in doing so too, it flavors the oil, and the dried chili pepper kind of add a little color to the oil as well. So I tilt my saucepan, use the edge of the saucepan and pretend as if it's a wok. Alright. Alright, so that's allowed. Alright. It's been 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, the seasoning is sauteed and softened. So you just add your chopped onions and stir in, or stir fry. Now would be a good time to turn your stove up on 4, medium low. For now, we're going to turn it up again. But for now, you just keep it on 4, medium low. Stir fry. And I break up all that nice juicy sauce at the bottom of the saucepan and kind of stir fry. As for the snow peas, some people would add it now, but I'm not going to because I don't believe in cooking vegetables, period. If I had vegetables to my food, I just had it at the end. You shouldn't, because you kill the enzymes in the food and then you'll be just eating fiber. If that. Alright, so that was the oyster stir fry sauce. So stir it in, stir up the cornstarch from the bottom and add it to your saucepan. And then stir fry. Tilt the saucepan to the edge of the flame as if you're using a wok and stir fry. Add the 1/3 cup water. Use the pot's lid or the pan's lid and cover your pot properly. The stove's gauge is on 4, medium low and allow. Alright. If you desire, you add a pinch of salt, like less than 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. By letting the lid stay on, it's building the gravy. It's building the gravy and thickening the gravy and creating the gravy. So this part is important. So you gotta allow the lid to stay on. If you add too much water, you can always turn the stove up on 6. Right now it's on medium 4, medium low. 2 minutes. But you can play with it. Open it. I just left it, and you saw it thicken, and create this nice juicy oyster sauce gravy. Alright, so now would be a good time to stir it in. Now would be a good time to add your snow peas. Alright, so that's it. Turn your stove off. And just stir it in. Alright, that's it. Finish. Just cover it up until you're ready to serve. It's best to serve now. Alright, so take a pour of your shrimps, snow peas, oyster sauce. You can use sugar snap peas. You can use spring beans. You can use asparagus. And you can even use broccoli. You can use carrot alone. You can use, alright, so you pour on a bed of rice. Zucchini. Just use what's available in your region. Alright, so this is shrimps, snow peas, oyster sauce. You don't have to use oyster sauce. No, there are a lot of other sauce that you can use. Visit JamaicaDinners.com and I've listed there the ones that I recommend. You know, like for vegetarian, you have other sauce that you can use. Alright, so this is it. Shrimps, snow peas, oyster sauce. Alright, more shrimps, snow peas, oyster sauce. Alright, now let's show you this meal, that it's a real meal, and that, well, I'm a real person with that hand that you see in the fork. Just eating this meal right now. This is delicious. Most of my oyster sauce meal, all of them, I love the oyster sauce. It makes for nice gravy. The shrimp is juicy and flavorful with oyster sauce. I can still hear the crunch and feel the crunch of the snow peas. It's a crunchy peas. I'm surprised they didn't call it crunch peas. Alright. Gravy is delicious. This is a feel-good meal. The peas is fresh and healthy. Onion, for me personally, is just right because I like my onions sauteed. I don't like raw onions to that. Although it's best raw. Overall, this is a feel-good cuisine. Visit JamaicaDinners.com for the recipe. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Give us your feedback if you decided to make this meal. This meal is for seafood lovers. I love the flavor of oyster sauce. That's a good thing to get good oyster sauce. Some of those oyster sauce there's flavor, mostly flavoring. So you gotta get good oyster sauce. So remember that. This meal might be different, but hey, people cook shrimps and peas all the while, so I'm not the first. But this is my method of shrimps with snow peas and oyster sauce. Alright, the salt, I used a pinch of salt, but I'm tasting it. The meal could have done without the salt, and I just used just a pinch, to show you the oyster sauce probably salty, and the cornstarch probably have a little sodium in it too as well. So I would recommend you don't have to use salt, just don't use any. You saw me use a pinch. It didn't even, just a little pinch, a little teeny bit I used. And the cooking wine might have a little sodium in it too as well, and I'm not sure. Alright, enjoy.
Yeah, man!
Go take a look at our merchandise store. Links below. A Miguel Marvin Samuels production.